Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next week of the All Things Protoss Team League Season number 3. Sorry for the audio thing. For some reason, OBS loves to just change settings, even though I do nothing to change the settings myself. So that's always great to know. Sorry. I don't know why that happens. I love OBS. Anyways, welcome everybody. It's going to be a wonderful day. We've got just one match today, as I was doing the Tasteless Time Warp stuff earlier today as well, and so I don't want to be casting for fucking 10 hours today. So it is going to be just one match today to start us off, and tomorrow we will be doing the two matches normally, like we would normally do on the Saturday, but instead we're just doing it on the Sunday. So today is going to be a pretty good one.
Gemini, you know.
Thank you for following. It's going to be a pretty good one. It's Frogify Ribbit-ellion going against the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. It's actually kind of fun to say. So this will be a pretty good one, I think. Hopefully it'll be lots of fun games, some interesting stuff, some wild stuff maybe even. We'll see how this goes. To give a quick rundown of the first week, let's take a quick look at the Wikipedia. Here we go. Excellent. So for now, we are in Group B, and we are going to be doing Frogify going against the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. Geez, that's kind of hard to say too as well. That's a little annoying. I'll fix that Nightbot thing later. So last week, of course, we did have Team Rotterdam, the frequent flyers, beating out Frogify. They were finally able to play the final match in the middle of this week and get everything sorted. So that has been sorted out, and they will have won 4-2. Meanwhile, the Banana Committee were able to also win 4-2 over Supply Block Heroes. And so that is going to be leading them with a 1-0 so far, and Frogify going 0-1 for now as well. So they will be going into this next match to hopefully continue on a good trajectory here. Is Banana, and Frogify is going to be trying to get their first win of the season. And so that's what we're going to be going into today. And so to talk about all of that wonderful nonsense is going to be joining me with two people on the desk, and those people are hopefully here. We've got New Horizons in November joining us. Hello, wonderful people. How are we doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing fine.
Hello. 안녕하세요. 잘 있어요?
Hello. Yes, we're all good. Thank you. Don't actually just speak Korean on the fucking broadcast, though, please, as no one knows what you're saying. No one can understand you. But anyways, thank you for having good working microphones. New Horizons, welcome to the desk. I believe this is your first time on the stream, actually, so welcome, and thank you again for being one of the excellent sponsors of the tournament, I think you did a whole 300 smackaroos, which is pretty crazy, so welcome.
Yep, exactly.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's my first time this season. I believe I casted a series in the first season, but that was a while ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was as a caster, if I remember correctly, but analysis fine too.
Was it on my stream or was it on the side stream?
I'm not sure. It's been a while, but I remember casting some games, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, welcome, and thank you again for helping sponsor and everything. November, welcome. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I just watched Mad Dog Gordon Ramsay eating Welch's fruit snacks. Welch's fruit snacks are made with real fruit, by the way, so always make sure to get them.
Nice. We're not sponsored by them, by the way, in case anyone wants to know. Thank you. But yes, hello, and we've got a great match here today. Like I said, Frogify going against the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. It's going to be pretty good. The matchups that we have today is going to be Hydra versus... Oh, not Takua. That's not Hydra versus Takua. It looks like good old Heroku messed up on the things there.
Nothing?
Yeah, no, that's not true. It is, of course, Hydra versus Heaven is what it's going to be. But first, it's actually going to be Zarila. I don't actually know how to say this person's name, but Zarila versus Takua will be the first match. Followed then by Hydra versus Heaven, and then finally Marsbar versus your bro Chris. That's what the actual order is going to be. So yeah, that's what we're going to be going today. It's going to be pretty sick. So Zarila apparently can also be known as Z. That's definitely much easier to say. That's very good. Zarela having their first match in the All Things Protoss Team League. This is their first time showing, their first time going to be playing. They're going to be right on the main stream, so it'll be pretty fun. No new horizons. Any ideas about what might be happening in this match here?
I know a bit about Takua, but not much about the other one. Zarela, I think the pronunciation is about right. If I remember correctly, this is a PvP.
Yes.
So Diamond Link level PvP. It has to be a banger, I think. I expect at least 2 cannon rush and 1 row.
That'd be pretty sick, honestly. I actually would love to see a cannon rush here. There's nothing more entertaining. There's 2 things that are super entertaining, and that's low-level cannon rushes and low-level disruptor wars. And I hope we can see both of those today. That'd be really, really good.
Is actually insane.
Yeah. November, your thoughts on this matchup by any chance? Anything?
I think for PvP at like a lower level, it's pretty obvious going to be 2-0 because someone's just going to have a better handle on the matchup, and the other person's going to be, boosted by their PvT and a PvC. So I'm just going to assume it's 2-0 for someone, but I don't know who yet.
Fair enough. Very indecisive and non-committal. Very, very good here.
Fine, fuck it. Frogify's going to destroy Itty Banana Committee. They have a better logo. They have a better team. They have a better, I don't know. I just didn't come with a dirty thing to say, but I'm just going to win it. 2-0 Frogify, easy.
Oh, all right, there we go. There's the fire.
Down.
That's what I like to see here on the desk. That's what I like. I need passion and I need commitment. That's what I want.
I'm actually going to bet on Takua.
What was that, New Horizons?
I was saying I'm actually going to bet on my boy Takua because he's jacked and extremely strong. So I think he's going to win 2-0.
Ooh. Damn, a 2-0. Solid. Some 2-0s here. No chicken 1-1s, I see. Very nice. Thank you. All right, cool. Yeah, well, we're going to go into this. We're going to get right started so that way we can move along at a nice pace here. Thank you guys for your thoughts. I'll be back with you in a little bit. And we will be going into this first game in just a moment. Let me just get these guys, make sure we're all good. And we were going to be going straight into everything. So nice. All right, we will be going into this first game. We got our first 2 teams coming up together, and we're going to be going into this first match. And I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, here we go into our first match as StarCraft 2 takes a second to pop in. There we go. Welcome everybody to the first match of the day with Zarela on the bottom right-hand side, playing for the Itty Bitty Banana Committee in the top left. Oh wait, no, sorry, he's playing for Frogify. And on the top left is Takua, playing for the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you so much to Karathos for the absolutely sick team intros. They are just actually the coolest thing I've ever seen, so this is actually totally awesome. Hopefully that, that sound came through, because for some reason the sound isn't working on my end, because again, for some reason Twitch, or OBS, just doesn't work for no reason, even though I don't change any of my settings. Yeah, so I'll have to also work on the timing of when I actually do those, so that way we don't potentially miss too much of the beginning of the game in case there's like some cannon rush or something else that might happen in the beginning seconds. So I will work on that timing and whatnot, but that was the first run. Hopefully it looked cool. I think it did. So yeah. Anyways, we got a nice PvP coming up here for the first match. We've got a double Stalker opener already with a Stalker Sentry coming out from Takua as well. So potentially a little bit more extra aggression coming out of Z here. Oh, especially, oh my god, straight into a Robo, right in Takua's face as well. Literally just going to go ahead and scout it. Doesn't care at all that it's being scouted. So that is actually a pretty Giga Chad move here by our boy Z. And apparently he's also been playing a ton of practice games with Guitar King. He had said in the chat earlier that Z has been grinding his ass off for these matches. So I love the dedication. I love the enthusiasm here from one of our newest players of in the ATL here. And we'll see what Takua's got cooked up here. I mean, he's scouted the fast Robo already, and he's just straight up going for the expansion anyways. So either there's one of two options of what's happening here. Either he is very confident in his Robo defense, or he's fucking stupid and doesn't actually realize what's happening right now. And we'll have to really wait and see which one it actually is, because currently he's only making a single battery and no tech behind it, and actually also forgot Warp Gate. Oh no, this is looking like an absolute travesty so far. This is... oh no. Oh, this could be bad. He's gonna come in here with the Hallucinated Phoenix and even confirm that there is in fact no expansion. There are gateways and a Robo finished. Don't think he quite saw the Robo, or sorry, the Warp Prism. But he really should be panicking pretty hard right now, I think. He needs to be getting quite a few extra batteries. I don't agree with that second hallucination. You have all the information you need, Takua. You don't need to actually see where the units are warping in. You need force fields to split up these Stalkers so that way they cannot get into one-shot range. This is looking definitely very scary here for Takua. No extra batteries being made. Warp Gate is not even finished. We've used all of our Chrono to Chrono boost this frickin' Warp Gate out as fast as possible, and now even an Immortal, so we won't have overcharge, but it won't even matter because the battery's just gonna die immediately, and in comes Z right into the natural here. Takua completely unprepared. Does get a nice force field off, though, to deny them from getting up onto the ramp. That should allow the Immortal to eventually come out here, and it actually does allow Warp Gate to finish, which is extremely important. Takua needs way more batteries, dude. Come on, what are we doing? We need batteries. We need things that defend our base. We are about to get all in. We have no idea it's here. We need multiple of them. Z's micro, unfortunately, is a little bit not great here, though. He's kind of losing a few Stalkers unnecessarily, and he's not really warped in another set. Where are his other Stalkers? Why does he have so few? He's actually expanded to the gold base. Oh, what? Oh, that's actually crazy. Oh, that's wild. That's a wild move right there. I kind of like the fact that he's expanding there, of all places, but I don't really know if expanding is the correct play, because I feel like he could have just won the game right there. Like, if he just warps in a sentry or two, and then just... there's no way that Takua can actually get down the ramp after he forced himself up there, and then he just gets a free Nexus. So now it's a little bit weird. Oh, cancels that depth by accident. And is instead going to go for the forced Stalker drop, okay? This is going to be a little bit taxing on his micro. We'll see how well he does here. But, I mean, the gold base of all things, at least he is taking this one instead of his natural, as that will help him to get back when it comes to the economy. Because right now, Takua is sitting very pretty in terms of the economic lead. Unfortunately, a couple Stalkers losing their lives as well over here. Going for the Pylon is Z over here. Again, I don't really know if this is the correct decision because it takes so long to kill. Sure, it gets rid of the production, but how is he going to get out? He needed to recall because, oh my god, it gets sniped. Takua just flicking it out of the sky right there. Oh god. Oh. Okay, and that's gonna be that. And that's the GG. Oh, a bit unlucky there for Mr. Z. He had a very good, promising start with a decent opener, but unfortunately flubbed the ball a bit towards the end there. So a bit unlucky there. But Takua will be taking the first game down. Again, sorry, the matchup thing is a little bit wrong. Heroku messed up. So, yeah, but, you know, whatever. That is going to be a 1-0 so far for the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. That's actually really hard to say, but once it actually does roll off the tongue, it feels very nice. Alright, we're going to wait for Z's map pick here. But yeah, a bit of an unfortunate play there for Z. I think, I really do think if he had just warped in some sentries after he saw Takua escape up the ramp, I think he would have been in a very good spot there. Just kill off the natural for free. Could have even just expanded to his normal base, even if he didn't. I mean, he could have still gone for the gold as well, which could have been increasingly, just, I don't know, it could have also just been insanely high test. But unfortunately not the case. All right. Itty bitty bibidi. Yep, it's really, it's kind of hard to say. But when it does, itty bitty banana committee, it's like a tongue twister. Itty bitty banana committee. But it's very, once you actually get that, it's like, ooh, wow, that sounds like, you know, rap god kind of thing, you know. Itty bitty. Try saying that a million times fast. Itty bitty banana committee. Itty bitty banana committee. Itty bitty banana committee. Yikes. It's kind of fun. Anyways, we're in game. Ebo, shut up. All right, bottom right. Playing for Frogify Ribbit-ellion, it is Zerila. Top left playing for that Itty Bitty Banana Committee. Whew, that was clean. Up one game, it is Takua. Itty, wait, he won, right? So it's left, right side. Okay, cool. All right. Excellent. We'll see what we got for this game number 2. Likely going to be another 2-gate opener for each. As no forges or anything thrown down, no 1-gates on the ramp or anything like that. So likely we'll be seeing some more 2-gate action. Curious if Z is going to go for some sort of all-in again. I really would have liked, again, see him really commit to the all-in a little bit more. As Taco was completely unprepared. I think he definitely didn't realize that the warp gate was so delayed as well, which would have been really big to pick up on. Because obviously Taco just really dodged a massive bullet that game, having completely forgotten warp gate, only had a single battery that died immediately, and wasn't making more batteries behind it. Didn't even have overcharge energy. I am actually blown away that Taco managed to win that game. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. That was a pretty big throw by Z, but yeah, well, you know, it's his first day on cast. It's fine. We're here to hype up our new players here, so hopefully he can keep it all together for game number 2 here. At least give his team another point to keep them in it. Where's Larimbo? I don't know. He's not signing up for the casts or the analyst desk or anything. He's free to do so. I wonder if he actually even knows that's a thing. I've been adding a lot of people, so I'd assume it was. I did mean to message him to remind him that he could be signing up for anything. Alright, double adept this time out of Z, so a little bit more aggression, just in a slightly different way. I'm actually quite fond of that as a in these lower pool matches, I think, because I feel like the pressure to constantly be walling off against adepts on the ramp is very high in the lower leagues, and I think it's something that's very, very good, assuming we send them out. There we go. It's a very, very good way to just completely catch an opponent off guard and get a nice, quick, easy W. So we'll see if he's able to do that. Nexus again coming down from Taco, another Stalker Sentry opener. Not too surprised. Taco is obviously someone who just loves his nice, solid, safe, and standard openers. Likes to just gruel it out as a honorable macro player. And here comes the first 2 adepts. We do have a probe in. We don't have it in position anymore as he pulls it away, and he's not going to have enough time to pull it back. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about. Wait, oh my god, he freaking canceled it? No way. I mean, the units were there, and the shade is from very far away, so it kind of would have ended up finishing maybe about here, which is a little bit far from the mineral line. So I kind of understand that, but also I feel like take every opportunity you get, to be honest, because I feel like we won't get that opportunity again. We will! Oh, it's an even better opportunity because now the units are completely out of position, and now he gets rid of the pro line. Oh my god. He's a gamer. Oh no, he didn't focus fire correctly. Oh no. Alright, 2 pro kills. Could have been better. Oh well. Unlucky. Now our Nexus is also a bit behind. So, unfortunately, not exactly the opener again for Z that he was hoping for, but at least this time he's not dead. Going for the Twilight Forge as well after the Robo. That's kind of crazy. That's actually kind of wild. A lot of tech coming out all of a sudden with our Nexus not even finished here. Yeah, so it'll be lovely to still have you back on the desk anytime, or the casting or analyst desk, Lorimbo. You're free to sign up at any point in time. You can just open up the doc, put yourself in sometime, and I'll confirm you. You're all good. I'm just leaving it open for anyone to be able to come in, just to make it a little bit more interesting, to have different casters, different people on the stream featured every now and then, just to keep the community vibes up. But you're still free to join. You're still free. We love our screaming Italian. Alright. Z is unfortunately down quite a few probes here from the opener, even though he killed a few. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough, and he also was a bit more late on that Nexus. I think maybe just kind of forgot it for a little bit, and was a little bit preoccupied with a little bit of a micro on the depths and whatnot, so a bit unfortunate there. I do find the charge and +1 to be an interesting move. I wonder if he's going to just go with a big attack, or if he's actually going to try to just macro with this. Sorry, I just randomly clicked on the middle of the map. Sorry. Taco is going for Robo, Immortal constantly, and a Twilight Council. That's quite late, so his army is actually going to be a bit bad for a little bit, to be honest with you. He doesn't have like a crazy amount of Immortals, and he's also not going to have any upgrades for anything. So perhaps there's a timing here for Z to actually get in here with a lot of charge lots to just envelop the entire army of Takua. We got a lot of gates coming in. Unfortunately, we don't really have our War Prism finishing at the right time, although he is going to go for Templar Archives for Archons as well. So he's just going to go for a big 2-base Charge Lot Immortal Archon attack. This is as if we were back in 2019, back when I was actually the best PvP player in the world. Because, God, if I knew anything, it was just making a whole bunch of units off 2-base and just sending it. Kind of missed that era of PvP. It was so simple. It was just both players doing the same build. You just hit at the same time, and then you just micro better than the other person. And that's about it. Boop. Alright, we got a lot of hallucinations getting sent out, trying to see exactly where the army is. The armies are pretty equal right now, and what's the gateway unit? We count at is only 3 for Takua. All his extra production is only just coming online. So this is actually a massive window that Z has right now, because Takua wasn't actually prepared for this attack. He wasn't constantly scouting, did not actually see the incoming threat of all these units, and now there's a lot of units going to be right at his front door here. There are a bunch of batteries, and they're not getting targeted down just yet. I think we need to either target or walk away. He's going to target them, but unfortunately he's kind of doing it in a really awkward way, losing the Immortal at the front. The second one also possibly going to get taken out here by the rest of the charge lots. Flubbing this attack is Z. Unfortunate, because he had a massive window here before the rest of Takua's production was about to come online, but that is a massive army still left alive for Takua, and that is going to be a solid 2-0 from him to put the Itty Bitty up 2-0 at the beginning of this clan war. Very nicely done. GG's. Even got the GG in, so true. So true. All right, excellent. Very nicely done by Takua to take his 2-0 over Zarila. We're going to go back over to the analyst desk to get their thoughts so I can set up the next match as well. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back. November, how did you think about that incredible display of skill in that PvP?
Well, usually in PvP, I feel like the more decisive player usually wins. The player who's more willing to take risks, the player who's more willing to do, we'll say, dumb all-ins. But I'm surprised that Takua wins with 2 stable macro builds, but I feel like he got lucky more because maybe execution wasn't quite there in the all-in. So, but overall, well played both players. I like taking risk. Playing like an ape. That's what PvP is all about. I play like an ape. So, yeah.
True. New Horizons. What'd you think?
I think that was a very interesting best of 2. Like, it was, I think, a perfect example of having a build that makes sense and a build that is, I don't know, kind of half-baked. Like, the first game I kind of expected Theolin to come with an Immortal, but he never made one. And that made the build a lot less strong. Takua just defended with whatever he had, and it wasn't even a committed defense. Like, he had an early second base. He forgot his Wargate, and
Yeah.
the robot was much later. So I think it's a good example of just having a good build, even though it wasn't like super tight and well executed, but at least it made a lot more sense. And the defense was very good on the first game.
Yeah, I agree. The defense was really solid.
Couple moments, like his build stood up pretty well. And I think Z didn't execute on the few minutes or few seconds or opportunities that they had to, capitalize on some of the mistakes that they made.
Yeah, I think there was just a couple missed opportunities out of Z comparatively. He definitely had the right tools at his disposal to actually take both of those games, but unfortunately just dropping a few things here and there, a bit lacking in some of the execution. But I think that overall, they did pretty well, and hopefully they are brushed up, I guess, a little bit for the next time they play. But for now, we're going to be going into the next match, which is going to be Heaven and Hydra playing against each other in another PvP. This one's going to be a captain pool match, so a little bit higher MMR, a little bit higher stakes. Both these players up in the 5-3, 5-5 range, or even more. I think Hydra's even higher than that, so we'll see how this goes. What do you guys think for this one? New Horizons, what are you expecting for this?
MMR-wise, I think Hydra is favored, like he's 500 or 400 above. So, in theory, he should be favored, but this is also PvP, and most of all, it's NA versus EU. So, it should be an interesting matchup, because as everyone knows, the European mind cannot comprehend whatever Americans do. So,
very true.
We can expect absolute peak PvP build.
Yep,
and I think Heaven is going to win, actually.
You think Heaven's winning?
Yeah. I think at least one map, but maybe 2-0 is a bit of cope, but at least 1-1.
Wow. All right,
yeah,
fair enough.
I have mixed feelings here because obviously NA is better than the EU, but I do know Hydra from actual tournaments. And I do know Heaven from posting on Reddit. So those are two different things as But I'll go with 2-0 for Heaven. I'm not scared. NA is in fact better than EU. Our shit posters are better than your pro players. So easy 2-0 for Heaven.
Damn. That's actually some pretty strong words. I feel like Hydra is going to do really well here. I mean, this is going to be a bit rough for Heaven, I think. I think he can definitely bring out some monkey stuff, but I mean, he's also been doing pretty well on ladder lately. He did reach 5-5, I think he said. He posted in chat, so that's pretty sick. But, I mean, yeah, man, maybe it could be like a 1-1, I guess. But I was just kind of feeling Hydra for this one, but I guess we could see. It doesn't, it's PvP, can always be some weird stuff.
Use logic. Incorrect.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, well, I will see what we get after this. I will come back to you guys to get the final thoughts on everything with this match after that. So I will see you guys in a little bit as I once again throw it over to myself as I ask the players if they are ready. So that way we can move it on along to the next match. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Top left-hand side of Amphion, playing for the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. It is none other than the Reddit Balance Thread Shitposter Extreme himself, Heaven. Going against one of the 60 different mid-GM, semi-pro sort of professional players in Europe. Hydra. Playing for Frogify, Ribbit-ellion. Going for a 2-gate, by the way, on Amphion. Kind of interesting. Heaven, of course, loving his 1-gate fast expands. We'll be doing that just the same as always, so no surprises there. But I'm curious now what the reaction is going to be, seeing that it is going to be a 2-gate opener out of Hydra here. Do wonder. Ooh, we got some Heaven viewers in here first time. Hello guys, welcome, welcome. Got kind of actually a lot more viewers than normal, which is pretty sick. Welcome everybody to the ATL3. If you've never watched before, this is the All Things Protoss Team League. It's the sickest team league ever. Our wonderful community-run event from the All Things Protoss Discord that features not only Protoss players. So I know we just are seeing 4 Protoss players right now. Don't worry, there are also other races involved in our team league. It's not only Protoss, although it is a very high percentage of Protoss, of course. But yeah, it's a very fun team league. We got a ton of prize pool this time, $1,200 dues donated by our wonderful community members and myself as well. And yeah, it's just a fun time. We got 4. It's split up into a WTL format with 5 different pools of MMR, so that way there's equal matches. So this is the captain's pool, the highest tiered pool in the system, playing against each other. The last last match was the lowest pool, pool 4, and next after that, I think we have pool 3 this week as well. So different levels of MMR playing each time, all that good stuff. That is, yeah, well, this is a bit unfortunate here for Hydra, as the initial proxied gate has instantly been found by this Zealot and will be taken out with the, oh, he's actually bringing 2 probes. These are his probes. I thought these were Hydra's probes for a second. Brought his own 2 probes along as well with the Stalker to really make sure that this does not get off the ground. And that will, yeah, be a total end of that proxy. But now there's 2 Stalkers against 2 probes, a Zealot and a Stalker. And unfortunately, the 2 Stalkers don't quite win that matchup as of yet. Actually, pretty decent micro at the end right there. But the second Stalker will join up, and that is going to spell the end for this for now, because that is 2 very weakened Stalkers. I don't really think we need these 2 probes here. Oh, wow. Actually, decent micro, keeping both of those high or low health Stalkers alive here. Another probe here. Recalling the Stalkers is... Oh, because we're walled out. Okay.
Thank you.
I was like, why the hell are we recalling? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he walled himself out completely and is going for the Stargate behind it. We don't have a battery done yet, which is kind of interesting. Finally now just getting that placed. I almost kind of wish Hydra instantly made a Nexus behind this, because he actually wouldn't have been that far behind in terms of economy if he had just done that. Like, the moment he sees that it was going to be scouted. Oh, what's this? He's got another proxy gateway too. Oh my god. He's 4-gating. Wait, he's 5-gating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gateways. We have 5 gateways and a Twilight Council on the field for Hydra. That's ambitious. Well, this is going to be a lot of units out really quickly here. We'll see if this is able to actually do any damage. We have a lot of potential to actually kill this Stargate, which is pretty big. I don't think we need to chase these Void Rays. I think if we just push them back and then get volleys off on the Stargate is what we really want to be doing here, because that is the majority of Hydra's Heaven's production, I should say. The other half, of course, is the Robo, as he does love to go for the Robo Stargate response when it comes to defending these 1-gate expands against early 2-gate pressure here. And now we are finally getting the Stargate. Really should be able to kill this before the third Void Ray pops. We need to be able to kill that. Goes for the Void Ray instead. I think that was a bit of a mistake, to be honest, out of Hydra. I think he could have gotten both things right there. But will allow the extra Void Ray to come out, and that does mean the Immortal also is out with 3 batteries behind it. And now that is looking a bit more difficult to break into there. I think he really should have gone for that Stargate to make sure and guarantee no more Void Rays are able to come out. And then we still could have been able to kill that low health Void Ray afterwards as well. But now it's getting a little bit awkward, and he even went for 2 Adepts behind it as well to try and shade on through, but that was instantly blocked back off by Heaven. And so that's going to have 0 opportunities here, and Hydra's going to need to look for something else to find some amount of damage. He's going to use the Shades to get some high ground vision to potentially kill off this Cybercore, which would be a pretty big pickoff, but he's got to be really careful because those 2 Void Rays and Immortals are still decently ranged and will be able to pick off the Stalkers if they continue to stay for too long there. Expansion finally coming up here for Hydra, and that's going to get insta-scout. Nope. I'll be honest, this yellow and light green is a little bit hard to tell between the probes, I'll be honest. But I still like the character. I like the personality the team colors give, and I will never step down from this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's slightly harder to tell. We can figure it out. It's possible. It's fine. But it gives some personality, alright? It feels cool when all the team plays with the same color and it's easily identifiable which team is who, alright? Yeah, that's right. Heaven's in a great spot. Heaven is in an excellent spot. This is actually amazing for him. He's so far ahead, it's actually insane. What are these Void Rays doing over here, though? Oh my god. Alright. Luckily, the recall was up. Saves those. Keeps them alive. Beep. Going for a lot of gateways and charge behind it, and a Dark Shrine. That's a very interesting touch to this. It's kind of cool. And, I mean, Hydra's actually got no detection whatsoever en route here.
I love Gemini.
Really have any way to see this either, unless he really decides to YOLO in. I don't think that's a good idea, but he could. I could see just like 4 Stalkers working, like blink right here, wait until the cooldown is back, and then just sprint up into the main, blink through again, and then try to get a few probes and then recall them out. I think that could actually be a decent play right there. I think you could actually get a couple of, a good amount of probe damage with that, without really losing many Stalkers. He's going to try to bait the army out and then send it across, but unfortunately for him, he didn't realize that this was all elevatored out. So, true. There's still nothing to actually allow him to get in here because it's totally walled off still. Thank you, New Horizons, for the just a regular sub, not a gifted sub. Thank you for actually subbing yourself for 3 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now Hydra's going to commit to the base trade, it looks like, as all his Stalkers getting sent across the map. Going to blink over the minerals over here while the rest of the army of Heaven just sprinting on in to the natural here. This is looking very difficult to deal with as Hydras. There's so many Immortals and so many charge slots about to bust through these sentries. Force fields will only last so long, but it will start to get a little bit awkward here as the Blink Stalkers are in the natural, and we'll start killing a lot of probes. And actually, the force fields are lasting much longer than I anticipated. And he doesn't have high ground vision because his Immortal's not actually, the Warp Prism's not here. Now he's going to blink forward, kills the Prism. Hold up. Wait a second, Hydra. Heaven has just thrown this straight out the window. Oh my god. I can't believe that. That's absolutely insane. Finally, the force fields are gone, but there's barely any units left because we literally just suicided every single one behind the force fields. Oh my god, he lost! Oh my god. Holy shit. That was Oh my god, I can't believe what I just saw. Holy crap. Wow. Alright, well, that is extremely unfortunate there for Heaven. That is extremely unfortunate. As, yeah, I mean, Heaven just didn't really realize just how many force fields were available there. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even really notice how many were there and that they would be doing that much. But I mean, figured at some point you should just kind of pull back for a second and wait, or at least make sure that you have high ground vision with that prism to ensure that he had DTs. He could have warped in 2 DTs and made an Archon and pushed through. Just see the 2 force fields, sit back for a second, warp in 2 DTs, make him into an Archon, and just bulldoze on through, and then you win the game. Yeah, a big panic there for Heaven. That's he's gonna be biting his or what's the term? My brain just shut off for a second. Sorry. He's gonna be biting himself in the butt. Is that how that works? Kicking himself in the butt. There we go. He's gonna be kicking himself in the butt if he doesn't end up getting at least 1 game here. Alright, just waiting on Heaven to pick his map.
Gemini, you know.
And we'll be getting into the next thing here. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Got so many viewers. This is sick. Welcome, everybody, to the greatest team league of all time. Okay, sorry. Alright, here we go. Alright. Hopefully, Heaven can bring himself back after that very, very unfortunate loss. Because that was definitely something that really should have been Heaven's game right there. That was not what we were hoping to see if you were a Heaven fan and a fan of the Itty Bitty Banana Committee. And that player is going to be on the top left-hand side of Golden Aura is Heaven. Going against Hydra for Frogify Ribbit-ellion on the bottom right-hand side. Yeah, that, I don't even know what else to say. I think, oh my god, that was crazy. He had so many force fields available. I'm curious, I want to know, I need to go back. I'm curious what Heaven was looking at. Yeah, Heroku, we already roasted you for that. If you could maybe fix that up for a second and then throw it over to me, that'd be actually kind of nice so I can have it up. Like, I want to know what Heaven was kind of looking at there, because, like, obviously he should have noticed that his units were just getting force fielded out and just, were just dying one at a time. I mean, it must have just been this massive moment of panic for him, like, just completely even unaware that he could have possibly lost that many units. Yeah, Hydra didn't have any detection, yeah, exactly. Was there even a robo finished? Did he even have a robo? Like, I think he could have just made DTs and just sent them up. Yeah. I mean, I mean, just the DTs to make an Archon to break the force fields. That alone already would have won. But just sending the DTs in general also would have been totally fine. I'm reportedly getting info that Hydra is hungover as fuck. Nice. Hydra's hung over. Heaven's got a stomach ache. This is a great PvP we have set up here. This is good. Alright, we got a Sentry Stalker here coming out for Heaven. It's going to be Sentry Stalker as well for Hydra. Some very normal openers from both these players. We'll see if anyone tries to go for a big mind game with any of this or anything, or if it will just be a standard game. At least Hydra didn't accidentally have an interview that he had to do this time. So that's very nice to know. Alright, Heaven's just going to wait out this pylon block, assuming that Hydra's going to cancel it, because generally you do, but actually going to finish it this time. A bit of a gamble move, as obviously he doesn't really know what exactly is being made. So it could have been 2 Stalkers, in which case this would have been a terrible decision to make, but was actually the Stalker Sentry, so ends up playing out for him here, as he will get his Nexus quite a bit faster. As he did go for the double Sentry behind this as well, so that gives him a little bit of extra minerals to still get this Nexus down while keeping this pylon alive. If you go for Sentry Stalker into then again Sentry Stalker, and you go for you let the pylon finish, you're actually going to be down quite a few minerals, and you can't actually get your Nexus up in time before the pylon dies on the other side. So what doesn't actually matter, and you basically just end up wasting minerals while getting the same time Nexus. Samely timed Nexus. I can't frickin' talk. God, I was doing the Tasteless Time Warp earlier too, and I was fumbling words as well there. For some reason I'm word fumbly today. Yeah, the only time it's actually good is when they go double adept, and that is just the greatest feeling of all time. Because you make the worst gamble ever. You're making a gamble that has such low odds to actually give you what you want, and everything that isn't what you want is awful. But the one time you actually do get it, where they are going adepts and you let the pylon block finish, oh my god, it's like a free win, dude. The game is just over. Your Nexus is going to be infinitely farther ahead than theirs. It's actually insane. Oh, Heaven wasn't paying attention. Did not leave a unit on the ramp here. So 2 adepts getting in for free. Getting right on top of these drones. Probes, I should say, sorry. We'll be getting 5 in total before getting killed off. Not the play. Definitely not the play here for Heaven. Oops, I forgot to update the score, sorry. He is proxying a gateway, so he is planning to all in regardless with Blink. 4 gates worth of Blink. I'm not sure if he can spend his money with that much. It's kind of interesting. Oh, it's Glaives out of Hydra as well. Oh, going for the Immortal Glaives style. I do like that. That's actually what I've been doing a lot in PvP lately as well. I do kind of like my my Immortal Glaives pushes. They're quite enjoyable. Will that do very well against a big Blink attack? We'll find out. Hydra is also actually cutting probes now, given the fact... Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, I love that. The Hallucinated Immortal is so good. Oh, Heaven's gonna get so baited by that. And he goes, trying to get the initial couple Stalkers, but unfortunately flubbing it a bit. I think he had energy for Guardian Shield there as well and didn't have that get off. A bit unfortunate. Still unrevealed is this little Hallucinated Immortal, so it could still get baited very easily. It looks like it's... Oh, going for the Sentries instead, never mind. This is actually not bad for Heaven, I think, because he's not actually all in with this, because it's only 4 gateways, and he's... Hydra's also paused pro production because he was going to go for some sort of attack. So this is actually now kind of putting the ball back in Heaven's court a little bit here, knowing what is happening from Hydra, and putting the economy back in his favor, and also giving Heaven the opportunity to kind of outplay a little bit by having such a large Blink Stalker army right outside of Hydra's natural here. So it gives him the leverage to actually control where this push is going a little bit, and just kind of he at least makes it so that he knows exactly what's happening. Unfortunately, he's not really microing the best as he could, I think, because he is losing quite a few Stalkers here. Could be doing this a little bit better. I kind of wish he blinked over to the side a little bit to really distract the army and make it choose. Does it want to chase or does it want to go across? And give Heaven the opportunity to potentially get another blink in on some reinforcing units or potentially pick off the Prism or something like that. Just sending it all right back home means that Hydra doesn't have to choose. You can just go straight for the gut, which is what he was going to be going for anyways. And would also potentially buy a little bit more time for these batteries to finish, because they are not going to finish in time whatsoever. Adepts also shading up into the main base here will start to be able to pick off some probes, but they will get blinked on by some of those stalkers. But now there's just so few units here for Heaven at the natural, which is where the majority of Hydra's army actually is. Zealots getting warped in, but unfortunately just walking right onto those Glaive Adepts. Going to do absolutely nothing here, and that is going to be a straight up simple GG, a solid 2-0 for him. As that will put Frogify back in the saddle here. Going to be evening it up 2-2. Sorry, I forgot to have the score updated on my thing in this game as well, but sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst at producing. Oh. Anyways, that'll be a 2-2. Very nice. Making it very even going into our potential final match here between Mars Bar and Your Bro Chris, which I think is going to be an absolute banger. I love this matchup because both of them are cheesy little pieces of shit. And I think it could lead to some absolute clown fiesta matches. So we're going to get set up for that in just a moment, as I will be throwing it back over to our wonderful analyst desk to talk about those games. Hello, New Horizons in November. Welcome back. November, your thoughts about that PvP. Unfortunately, Heaven not being as strong as you initially hoped, I think.
You know, I've been wrong with both of my predictions so far. I did predict Z 2-0 and I did predict Heaven 2-0. I'm a little disappointed that, you know, obviously that first game was looking very promising, but, you know, some unfortunate, you know, some multitasking, you know, I definitely understand, you know. I am a lowly D1 player, so I would make many of the same mistakes, but, you know. But
yeah.
entertaining games, I really like the Glaive push, you know. That's always a fun way to use adepts, which are, you know, fun units. I wish Sharon did re-pushes, but I don't know. Not much to say. Disappointed you won, but, you know, good games, good games.
Yeah, I mean, it was just definitely a bit unlucky. The multitasking wasn't quite up there for Heaven in the game number 1, New Horizons. What'd you think? But definitely a bit of a clown fiesta, that first one, eh?
Yeah, I'm really sad for Heaven because his initial defense was really good. Like spotting the proxy so early was basically game ending, I think, because the attack was delayed so much. But yeah, at the end, I think we could see in live like his nerves getting at him because he messed up at many places at the same time. So I think it was just stress because he definitely plays better usually. But it is what it is. Like it happened in important matches.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and for the second game, I think he was just a bit tilted.
I mean, having the Adepts get in after that loss in the first game is actually just like, that's just it.
Yeah,
like how do you mentally recover from that?
That
like,
was a very bad sign.
It's just the worst way to have a fucking series go, for sure. It's just absolutely brutal. So yeah, once those Adepts got in, I was just like, oh man, this is it. It's over. I don't think we have the mental to recover from this one. So definitely unlucky. I think Heaven should, well, he will be kicking himself a bit for that series, but I think he should look at everything that happened up until minute whatever in that first game and just be like, okay, yes, I played this essentially perfectly, and we'll just ride this out next week and just make sure we can keep the end game totally solidified there. So hopefully you can kind of block out the other parts.
Vindicated.
What's that?
Reddit was partially vindicated, at least, you know, game 1.
yeah. Reddit is the real winner here. Seeing one of their one of the tried and true Protoss apologists really trying to do their best and just ultimately failing. Anyways, we're going to be going into the final potential match here. If this doesn't end up going 1-1, then it will be the final one, as it will be a 4-2 for either team. But it is going to be Mars Bar versus Your Bro Chris. Like I was saying, some potential clown fiestas in store here, as both these players have some very interesting styles. New Horizons, what are you expecting here from this match?
I think Your Bro Chris is gonna win this 2-0. If I remember correctly, there is a bit of an MMR difference, like 400, I think. your broke race is probably 4,600, and I'm not sure for Masbar. 4,000, I think.
Yeah, a little bit lower. I think I would kind of agree overall with what you said. I think they are generally Mars Bar is a little bit the underdog here for sure. So, do you expect it to be some like proxies or some? What do you think? What your workers is going to do?
If your block race loses a map, it will be because he made something too bold or just a stupid mistake, but he will just, I think, outplay him a bit.
Fair enough. November, do you have any thoughts coming into this match here?
Well, like I said, I got the first two wrong, and that was maybe because, I was going too ham onto one side. So, I did say 2-0 for both sides, and they did end up losing 2-0. So maybe I think I'm going to play safe, say 1-1, and, yeah. .eu, fucking, Zerg is OP, Zerg is on 2-0 this game. Zerg is so fucking broken. All you do is make links and baits, and you just roll, and you just A-move, and a Terran player has to split, and place mines, and play siege tanks, and if they don't do that perfectly, they lose! So Zerg is gonna win, Zerg is broken, Zerg always wins, Zerg 2-0, easy Zerg.
Nice, alright. We had the fake 1-1 into the 2-0, very nice, so that means your work Chris is about to win, so congratulations to the Itty Bitty Banana Committee on your win, because, yeah, it seems like November has just cursed yourself, so. Anyways, thank you guys, I'll be back with you after the games to go ahead and analyze everything, so I'll see you guys after that, as we're going to be going on into the potential final match today between Mars Bar and your bro, Chris. As we do now have the updated thing here, so that looks better. Very nice. Excellent. We all ready? Here we go. Let me update the score. Awesome. All right, bottom left-hand side, playing for Frogify, Ribbit-ellion. It is none other than the candy bar himself, Mars Bar. On top right-hand side, one of the best players, if not actually the best player of ATL2 season, ATL2 season 2. I just said the same thing twice in a row, whatever. I'm the best at this. The best player statistically from the ATL2 last season. It is your bro, Chris. Statistically, literally did best in the league. He was absolutely slaying Pool 3. And if he was on my team. Both me and him. We were actually in the top 3. I think was I number 2 or number 3? In the top 3, it was me and your bro Chris overall in the league. It was actually super crazy. We were just absolutely dumpstering everybody, and the rest of my team sucked dick. I'm just kidding. I love you, DJ. So yeah, we'll see if he's able to bring that same type of energy into this season as well. It's going to be his first showing here up on the main stream. Yorber Chris was known as a proxier in the last season. Lots of proxy marauders, lots of proxy 1-1-1s, lots of cheeses, 1 base all-ins, fake 2 base all-ins, all that kind of gorgeous stuff. The absolute worst type of Terran to play against. Mars Bar, on the other hand, also someone with a bit of a cheese tooth, if I could say that much. Loves his proxy hatches, loves his swarm host play, loves his mass roach all-ins, all that good stuff. So yes, we'll see what ends up happening here. I'm very curious what kind of builds we're going to be playing here. This is the pool 3, like I said, so this is a little bit lower MMRs. This is in the mid 4,000s or so, like 4.4, 4.6, I think is what we are, around that. For pool number 3, I can't remember exactly, to be honest. The pool ranges are something I always forget. Arden, please stop adding me with comments like that while I'm streaming and broadcasting, because I for like a split second I think like you're actually being serious, and it makes me panic for a second. I have so many things that I'm trying to make sure run good here. Reaper out doesn't actually end up going down the ledge. A bit unfortunate there. We'll lose that one out. Pretty good, nice win here for Mars Bar, actually, to start this off. This is going to definitely feel good for him, especially because he's going to drop down the Roach Warren immediately after that, and will just go straight into the Roach Ravagers. And that means there will be very minimal scouting information coming out of your bro Chris, as you won't have that Reaper to get a confirmed scout on what is happening out of Mars Bar. We'll have to rely on scans or Hellions, and both of which will be a little bit late here. Saw someone asking about how to play in this in the future. If you are in the All Things Protoss Discord server, before the announcement of a season, you are eligible to sign up. Literally anyone can do it, as long as you are not above 6,000 MMR on average, because we don't really want pros playing in our community tournament. So, yeah, but up to 6K, you're basically fine. So, assuming you're not a 6K pro gamer, you are totally fine to play. But the season just started, so we'll be running the season for a little under 2 months, and then of course there will be a break before the next one. So there will be some time before ATL Season 4.
I love Gemini, you know?
Assuming that it actually happens, because there's nothing confirmed, obviously, as we are only 2 weeks into ATL Season 3. Alright, Marsbar trying to keep the Hellions at bay here a little bit. Did get a scout, Yorbo Chris, did get a scout. The fact that there was no third base could just be over here, and he just didn't really scout, so we can't really confirm or deny if there's anything there. Actually, a lot of drones coming out here from Marsbar as well, so he's not actually just going straight up for a big roach attack. He's just gotten a very early roach warning to make sure he doesn't die, it looks like. And it's going to be a Hellion Marauder play out of Yorbo Chris, another classic YBC strategy coming out. So we're going to see if Marsbar is ready to deal with this. A couple random roaches coming up here. I don't necessarily like this at all, actually. I actually hate this for Marsbar, as this is likely to do absolutely nothing, and it will literally just be a sacrificial 4 units against a essentially 2-base all-in from Yorbo Chris. And yeah, those are going to get chased down very easily. The layer is not finished. There's no roach speed, so these are going to get absolutely creamed by these Hellion Marauder pushes. Got the medevac here as well. Lots of units in production now as Marsbar is starting to panic as he didn't quite put these pieces together. Hellbats morphing in. The Liberator on the back end here by Yorbo Chris as well as a third CC, so he's not fully all in with this. He is just doing some dedicated pressure. But the dedicated pressure might actually just be enough to win it out for him, because these queens are getting jumped upon. The transfuse energy also not getting thrown down as he targets the medevac. Actually a pretty good pick-off, but unfortunately it would have been nice if he could have gotten some of those transfuses off, because that was a lot of energy that gets wasted right there. And he's not going to have any queens now to be doing a lot of injects to really keep himself in this game if it does prolong. Oh my god, he's going to try to jump it and just focus fire the Marauders. I don't know if that's the correct play here for Marsbar, unfortunately, as everything gets roasted by the Hellbats. And yeah, we need some more units from Marsbar. Unfortunately, unprepared for this. Oh, the drones also getting freaking absolutely destroyed by these Hellbats. 11 already going down. Roach is just kind of streaming out one at a time. This is looking really bad for Mars. I mean, if Mars went for the really fast Roach Warren with a late third base, so he didn't really actually get to get his economy in a position where he could just slam out a million roaches or lings or anything to be able to overwhelm this push. And that's really the big problem here, is that he went for this really early Roach Warren, did a few Roach run by, which maybe against a more passive macro opener, if it was 3cc or something, maybe that does something. But I mean, you're going against Yorbo Chris. Like, you know he's going to do some weird stuff, man. Like, you gotta just kind of sit back and just wait for him to attack you, and then just respond and just, you know, just try to kill it. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of cope out of Marsbar as well, as this is absolutely over. Not a single chance in hell that Mars wins this game. There's the GG. Yorbo Chris will be taking the first game in this series and putting the Itty Bitty Banana Committee up 3-2, leading them on to match point. So if Yorbo Chris is able to take down this second game, that means it is going to be all ogre for Frogify, putting them down 0-2 in their first 2 weeks. Not the start that the Ribbit-ellion would like to have to the season, but we might just be there in a few more minutes. As spawning on the bottom right side for the Frogify Ribbit-ellion, it is Marsbar. Top left playing for the Itty Bitty Banana Committee, it is Yorbo Chris. these two matches are being played by replays, so that's why we're able to get into them so quickly. So yeah, sorry we can't do all of them live. Thankfully, we did get a couple matches live this time, as the players were a little bit more, just a little bit more free to get their matches going and schedule and everything, as last week was a little bit difficult with Home Story Cup finishing up and all that good jazz. So thankfully, we did get all the matches finished in the end. Hopefully, things will be going and continuing to be much smoother going on into the season as well, because that's one of the wonderful hallmarks of the All Things Protoss Team League, is that despite there being so many players and so many moving pieces, somehow it all worked out in the end every time. It's actually kind of insane. Usually these team leagues are just, community team leagues are just ridden with players forfeiting, not showing up, dropping out, just not playing anything. But the ATL, man, something special. These games get played all on time. It's legit. God, we have so many people watching it. Yo, what the heck? This is sick. Welcome, everybody. What the hell? Is anything happening right now? Oh, the World Cup is happening in about... It should be starting, like, very soon, isn't it? I think it's actually starting right now. Yeah, so I guess we're the Esports World Cup qualifier waiting room right now. It's literally on. I think it just turned on like 10 minutes ago, I think. But that doesn't matter because ATL is so much cooler and better and more awesome. Actually, did you know that the winner of the ATL gets seeded directly into the EWC? I know you guys may have just not noticed this because it maybe kind of flew under the radar a little bit, but it's actually true. And so this is actually more important to be watching than the actual qualifiers themselves. So yeah. Little fun little tidbit right there, and you guys didn't know. A little drop, boop, just drop that on you right there. Yeah, no problem. All right, this time it is a much earlier Roach War, and this time it is probably going to be way more committed as well, as Mars Bar is getting quite a few little Roachies here very early on into the game. Did Chris actually scout this? He saw the hatchery, he didn't go any deeper. Unfortunately, this Overlord is also in an awkward spot and might actually get picked off before it gets to the pillar. Just kidding, I lied. That was completely false. That was no chance in hell that was actually gonna die. I was completely lying to you. It was a joke. You guys laughing? Wasn't that so funny? I lied to you as a joke? Holy crap, I'm hilarious. Alright. Hellions likely as the tech here for your bro Chris, which actually was gonna be a bit difficult to deal with, considering the fact that they don't really do a lot of damage against roaches. Oh my god, third CC as well! All right, Mars cooking a little bit. Mars is cooking. Sorry, I forgot to change the score as well because I'm a terrible caster. Mars is cooking. There's no bunker. There's Hellions and a third CC on the way here. This is going to be a lifted natural for sure. We've got more roaches streaming somewhere. There's a random couple of lings over on this side. He's making drones behind it, though. I don't... Oh, Mars is so... He's got some weird builds, man. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he just wins the game if he just fully commits to Roach Raptor. Oh, morph it. No, we didn't have the gas to morph it into a Ravager. Unfortunately, loses that one, but he's going to go right in anyways, getting right on top of all these units. Sees the third CC, denies it. Only a few units canceling that third CC. That's actually a massive win for Mars Bar. That's actually huge because he's not fully committed with this. He's droning up behind it, and I think Yorbo Chris assumes that this is a full-on two-base all-in. So this is actually massive that he canceled that third CC because if he keeps that alive, there's no way that Mars would actually kill it. And so that means he could have actually potentially macroed out of this. But now, losing 17 SCVs, putting him down to all the way down to 8, with only a natural instead of having 3 CCs, that's actually really, really big. This is looking very good for Mars. The question is, will he be able to actually follow it up correctly? Because Mars Bar sometimes can let things slip away from him every now and then. Like I said, he is a bit of a memer. He does throw out some cheeses, as we have seen. So the macro play could sometimes get away from him. So we'll see exactly if he can keep it in the saddle here. Liberator going to be able to get him. Overlord actually going to be supply blocking Mars Bar as well. He's not made another one to replace that just yet. That already is a nice little win here for Chris. He's going to have the mules coming out soon here too. With this double CC, he's going right into a fusion core off of 16 SCVs to go into battle cruisers. That's a wild play. That's a wild play. There's no way that Mars is actually expecting this, though, is the other interesting thing. So he might actually... Oh my god, he might actually be in a really awkward spot here. If he doesn't get a scout off on this, or a ton of units, he might be in a bad spot. But going for the Spire, oh, sick play. Oh, he saw it. What the fu- What? How did he see that? What? What went into the main base? How did something get back there? How did he see it? Oh my god, that's a massive read. Alright, never mind. Mars is cooking. Mars is cooking good. There's a steak in the frickin' oven. Cooked to perfection right now. And he's gonna eat that Mars bar for dessert afterwards. Liberator's coming into the natural here. We'll be able to get a couple drones unless Mars is super quick on his reaction, which he is. Damn! Oh, damn, Mars. Oh, this is the best I've ever seen Mars play in this frickin' league. Holy crap. Look at him go. Look at this little chocolate bar go. Third base also getting denied. There's the Spire, not quite scouted here for your bro Chris. Moving the Queen, moving the drones, moving the Spore. Oh my god, I'm kind of hyped as fuck right now for Mars. What the hell? I've literally never seen him play this well. Oh my god, look at him go. Another one in the natural. Is he paying attention? Fortunately for your Chris, finally some breaking attention. Unfortunately, it's only on the gas though, so only a few drones. But damn, Mars, on point with some of this harassment denial. Oh, alright, things are starting to get a little bit away from him, unfortunately, though, as Yobro Chris continues to be extremely on point with his micro and his multitasking. He doesn't have much else to do at home except make a bunch of SCVs and battlecruisers, so I guess he can focus really hard on these Liberators. So now, finally, some damage getting thrown down. But still, only 8 drones comparatively. Not really the best damage. He really needs way more than that, as he's been down heavily this whole time. And it's going to be a Muta play for Mars. Oops, sorry. This is a replay. In case you were all wondering. Alright, great, we're back. He did not... Like I said, he did actually see the fusion core. He's got a confirmation on it as well somehow, and a second one as well now, to really make sure that, yes, this is battlecruisers. Did he actually make one, though? Oh, there it is. Oh, the TP. I didn't hear the frickin' thing for it. Alright, BC into the main base. Mutas are gonna get on top of it. Thankfully, the Queens are here as well, so actually it ends up being totally fine. I was going to say we should really be going for Corruptors to deal with the BC, as the Mutas aren't the best, but still get it done. Hellion's also going to the third base, though, and this is where it gets a little bit dicey now for Mars, as he doesn't quite have the other units really ready to prepare against this. Losing some more drones here and there. This is now starting to look a little bit scary for Mars. He had an excellent position earlier on, but like I said, Yorbro Chris plays a little weird. And if that fusion core actually ended up finishing, which it did, BC's getting to the play, it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get very weird. Yorbro Chris absolutely still in this game. There's 4 Mutas still alive over on the top side. Gonna try to do some amount of damage, but there is a turret already here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit far away. Oh, it's gonna be mech out of Chris. That's interesting. It's gonna be a full-on mech. Oh no, the Liberators find the Mutas as well. Oh god. Yikes. Well, this Muta play really did not work out too well for Mars, but at least he did kill the... He killed the battlecruiser with them, so that's quite nice. It would have been good, though, if he could have kept those 4 alive. There's really no reason for them to have died there, as they can just outrun the Liberator, but a bit unfortunate. We will be going into a macro game, so we got 2 cheesers macroing it out right now in our potential final match of the day. Again, if Mars Bar is able to actually close this one out, it will be an ace match. A live ace match, that is, from both of the teams, but if Chris is able to send it home after making a big comeback in this game, then it will just be all over. Mars slowly pushing the creep forward, trying to get closer and closer to his opponent to make it a possibility to end this game with a big roach swell, perhaps. I saw a corruptor on the production app. Only one. That might just be a fat finger. I don't know. Regardless, mech is hard to deal with. And the fact that we're going for a mass roach and some corruptors is not exactly that good if you are on the Mars bar camp here, because roaches are not very good against mech, and corruptors are not good against mech when they're not going battle cruisers, which Yorbo Chris actually isn't. He literally only made that single one, and that's it. We have an upgrade coming in, which what upgrade is that? I agree, Azora. Is that the Cyclone one? Must be the Cyclone. Oh my god, there's roaches attacking, sorry. Chat is distracting me, how dare you, Azora. Roaches not really able to do too much here. Did they actually kill a tank? No. Oh, it's over here. Here it is. There's the tank. Oh my god, it's Banelings as well. Roachling Bane as the composition to deal with mechanical units out of Mars. I am very curious how that'll go, because I feel like that's not gonna go that well. We've also got 11 drones on the production tab here. However, if you can catch them off guard, perhaps the Banelings can roll on in. The tank sieges up, gets one shot before getting killed off. The second one also getting killed off pretty easily. And the two random corruptors doing pretty well against these couple liberators here. Mars is getting on top of some of these units, but I don't really think he should I don't think he should commit super hard, because this is his entire army here. Although he's going to get a lot of SCVs with this as well. This is quite nice. I think he should run away. Definitely run away at this point. No, don't commit, don't commit, don't commit, don't commit, Mars. Run away. The Cyclones are fast and will catch up to you. You must run away earlier. Great. Nice. Great play by Mars. Not expecting that to go as well as it did, honestly. I didn't think that the Roaches would actually be able to do that well, but catching both those tanks unsieged was actually very big for him, because it allowed the Banelings to actually get on top of everything. So Mars continuing to keep hold of this game when it looked like it was about to start to get a little bit away from him. Mars is cooking. That steak's still in the oven, man. It's getting to that perfect temperature. Got the Ultra's Cavern on the way. We got a bunch more drones coming. We're on 80 drones. I've never seen Mars have so many drones in my life. Oh my god, look at this guy go. He's macroing like a beast. Oh my god. Making Ravagers, though, is interesting. See if these Hellions can manage to get anything done here. We'll note we'll just reveal themselves as they kill creep tumors. Oh, this blue flame finished as well. Damn. They kill shit fast. Why are we cooking our steaks in the oven? Don't you do that? Isn't that a thing? Don't you put steak in the oven? Where else do you put a steak? Where does a steak go? I've never cooked a steak, so I don't really know, to be fair. The grill? Can't you, like, oven bake a steak? Isn't that a thing? I guess, yeah, you do grill a steak. No, I'm stupid. Sorry, guys. Alright, Mars coming back in. I'm not a chef. I'm sorry. I don't cook as well as Mars. Oh, this is not the fight for Mars whatsoever. Oh my god. Oh no. He just suicided everything into a million spread out tanks. Oh my god. Oh no, that was not the play. Uh-oh. Oh. Yikes. Yeah, we finally got a big tank count out for Chris, and when that starts to happen, yeah, that's when those roaches really start to melt here. We have the Ultra's Cavern in production, but we don't actually have any Ultras out right now. We don't have any Ultras building either. Oh man, this is looking really good for Chris out of absolutely nowhere as Mars tries to get on top of some of these tanks in the back line. But that's not going to work when you only have a few roaches doing the job. Ling's coming in as well to try and spread this stuff thin. We'll be able to kill a couple of those tanks, and a couple of those tanks are also really far away, so not actually fighting in this fight here. We'll allow Mars to stay alive for now. One Ultra on the production tab, and a lot more Lings as well to try and get a surround on these Cyclones and tanks. Perhaps there's still an opportunity here for Mars if he can get some of these units out. Sets up a nice flank as well with some of these Lings and Roaches on the left side, but everything on the right is getting absolutely eviscerated. This is looking worse and worse again for Mars. as all these Cyclones and Mecha units coming on in, and that is going to be that. GG is called. Your bro Chris, able to send it home after a ridiculous comeback. He was down to 8 SCVs on only 2 CCs after an initial Roach attack from Mars. Excellently done by Chris, continuing his dominance from ATL Season 2 with a 2-0 here in his first showing in Season number 3. Very well done to the Itty Bitty Banana Committee, taking their 4-2 victory over Frogify, as unfortunately, the Frogs will be going down 0-2 in their first 2 weeks. Not the type of opener they wanted to see, but the Banana Committee showing up pretty strong so far with a nice 2-0 in the first 2 weeks. 5 weeks in total for the season play before playoffs, so there's still a couple more weeks available for the teams to change their standings, but a very nice start for the committee. It's definitely, I think you do have to kind of keep that in note as well. If you're coming from last season, ATL2 was 10 weeks. It was a full-on WTL format where it was 10 groups, or sorry, yes, 10 groups, sorry, I can't talk, 10 teams in one group of round robin. So it was a lot of weeks. So there's lots of room to move around the standings. If you lose one match, lose two, it's okay. You can still find some avenue back if you end up doing well later on in the season. But this season's different. There's only 5 weeks of that regular season. So going down 0-2, every match matters a little bit more heavily now. So you do have to be a bit careful that if you start to get thrown down early in the beginning of the season, it can start to stack up a little bit. So Frogify is going to have to regroup a little bit going into week number 3. Hopefully they can still get a win on the board here. But for now, the Itty Bitty Banana Committee doing very well. We're going to jump it over back to the desk to get their final thoughts on the series. Welcome back, gentlemen. New Horizons, a pretty interesting game, and I honestly am surprised to see us not in an ace match given the way that that second game started. What are your thoughts about the series?
I think Terran is busted.
So true. So true.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that kind of looked like the kind of game I could play when I off race as Terran. Like I get placed in a bad situation, but my micro skills are usually better than my opponent, so I just make out of it and survive until my opponent does something stupid, and that's what happened here.
Nice. Yeah. That kind of makes a lot of sense. November. What did you think of the final series there?
Wait, what?
Stop talking in Korean. No one understands what you're saying.
I am upset, okay?
Well, so wait, you said 2-0. Yeah, you literally cursed, dude. You literally cursed every player, every single series. It was the opposite of what you predicted.
That's
Screw
true.
the Artosis curse. We have the November curse coming in as the story for ATL Season 3.
Good opportunity too. Oh my god, I thought like that game 6. You know, Herod is busted. Like, I mean, how do you beat tanks really? Tanks are OP.
Yeah, maybe, or not. I don't know. Yeah, no. You cursed the entire match. How does it feel to be literally even worse than the Artosis curse?
Well, I mean, like, it is 100% wrong. So, that is 100% somehow. So, I'm maintaining my Asian credentials.
That's good.
But,
yeah,
it was good games, 6 good games, very entertaining, It was all, like, perfect, I don't know, Cyril or Mario or whoever your goat is, like, perfect games, that would be kind of boring, but, Pitfests are always fun to watch.
No, yeah, that's really the charm of the ATL3 is getting a lot of these community matches in is very fun to be able to actually see what goes down in some of the lower leagues and just kind of enjoy the relatableness of some of the games shown on display. Some throws abound everywhere in all these games is fun to watch and something that I think everyone can connect to a little bit. So it's always very nice to see. Anyways, we're going to start to wrap this up a little bit here as I'm very tired because I was casting earlier today as well with Tasteless doing his stuff, and we're doing this now too. So I want to send this on home. Thank you guys for joining me. New Horizons, any final words about the series or anything at all?
Terran is busted.
Yes, thank you very much. Excellent. November.
Fucking hell.
Great.
Oh my god.
Some amazing closing thoughts here by my desk. Thank you very much. Very much for that. I'll see you guys in the future. If you want to sign up again for the desk, feel free. And I'll see you guys then. See you later.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. That will do it for today. Just a single match, short one, it's usually one match. Saturday, Sunday is the normal schedule. One match on one of the days and then 2 matches on the other day is how it works. Just because my schedule is, I don't know. It's hard to cast that many games all the time. So one day is shorter than the other one. Sorry. So yeah, usually it's Sunday that has the single match and Saturday has 2, and we start a little bit earlier at 8 p.m. KST. Today we started at 10 p.m. KST, but yeah, because I was doing the thing with Tasteless earlier as well, I switched it up a little bit. So today is 1, tomorrow is going to be 2. So if you enjoyed the ATL Season 3, be sure to come back tomorrow a little bit earlier as well, as we'll be doing 2 matches in total, which would be super sick and super hype and super awesome. So if you guys have been enjoying, please make sure to tune in again. If you are not following, be sure to follow so you can see all that when it goes live and all that good stuff. Join the Discord as well so you can get all the fun action as well, the shit talking in between rounds and weeks and everything. You can join the Discord for that. It's very fun. We got a lot of memes and all that good stuff over there. So yeah, that is going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. If you, again, are new to the stream or haven't seen the ATL before, hopefully you've enjoyed. It's a very fun team league that we've been setting on for a while now, and the Season 3 is full on into the memes, and we're super happy and excited to continue doing this, especially with so much more prize pool as well for everybody, a lot more extra production stuff, and it's been very fun. So for now, I'm going to send you guys over to the EWC stuff as it's on a different channel than normal. So maybe some of you guys don't even know that it's there or that it's live, but I will send you guys over there anyway. So go ahead, watch that good stuff as there's some excellent players playing. And yeah, we'll be back with the ATL tomorrow with more StarCraft stuff then. Wonderful. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
I love Jamie.